Hello, my friends, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a general love reading. This is actually kind of a reading from my pick a card that I'm working on right now. I'm currently filming a pick a card reading about their current feelings towards you, but when I do pick a cards, I know not everyone likes the pick a cards. So what I've been doing recently is I'll do a reading with the same layout and the same cards that's not a pick a card. So that's this. And like I said, I filmed pile 1 and 2. So this is kind of a reading that I'm filming in between pile 2 and 3 for those of you who maybe don't resonate with the pick a card reading or don't like the pick a card reading. So this is going to be your energy. This is your person's energy, and then this is the connecting energy, and then we're going to get their feelings through tarot and a few channeled messages. So let's just jump right in. We're going to look at your energy first. So I'm going to lay out all the cards and then we'll talk about them. So for your energy, we have the golden aureole. I don't know how to say that. Maybe somebody knows how to pronounce that. The golden aureole or aureole, I don't know. We have the pink bubble fairy. So that's 34. So I feel like right now you as the viewer could be working on balancing your feminine and masculine energies. So standing in your strength, standing in your power, knowing your worth, but also in the energy of receptivity and patience. And I do not chase, I attract. We have the wagtail, restlessness. So you could be feeling a little bit restless here with this card. Eager for things to manifest. Right away, it's funny because these two cards are kind of conflicting energies because this golden one talks about patience and this one talks about restlessness. So you could be feeling quite restless about this card talks about manifestations. So you could be feeling quite restless that your manifestations haven't come to fruition yet. And then we have the kiss. And right away I heard, it started out with a kiss. How did we end up like this? So we'll talk about these two energies in one moment. And before I go any further, I actually just want to look at wagtail really quickly. So restlessness, definitely. Restlessness, an upcoming journey. You may be feeling stagnant, unsettled, or discontent. So this little bird inspires you to move beyond your comfort zone and embrace change. So you're being urged to find value in your life right now rather than forcing anything to happen. It's also a gateway to amazing adventures. So I do have to say, there is an energy very strong on this side that something is about to happen. Something you've been manifesting is right around the corner. And that could be why you're feeling restless. Sometimes right before our manifestations come in, we start to lose hope. We start to feel restless. We start to lose sleep at night. But all of these cards kind of point towards something is about to happen if you just hold on. And we're going to look at your person's energy now. We have the cardinal. So that could be a symbolic sign or synchronicity for someone with the cardinal. And if you look at the body language of these birds, these two birds are facing this way. So I do feel like you've taken your attention off of this person, but both of these birds, their body languages are quite telling. So your head is turned this way, but your body language is pointed towards your person. So I do feel like you're still invested in this connection, even though you're trying to focus on other things. You could be trying to focus on your patience. And then your person's energy, their body language is actually away from you. So it feels like right now, I don't feel like they're taking action towards you, but they're looking over at you. They're thinking about you is what I'm hearing. So while you're trying not to think about them, they're over here, body language pointing this way, but looking back at you, thinking about you. We have cosmic exploration, and I'll talk about these cards once I get them all out. We have defend with the crab. So your person could be water or air. You could be air. There's a lot of air on your side so far. And then for their side, we have the mask. So this is kind of, it makes sense that this came out in my general collective reading, because this is very much feeling like I have been channeling a lot of energy recently about this type of energy, the mask falling. So I'm actually not surprised that this is what's coming out for the collective reading. And for the connecting energy, we have conception, 16. So that is tower energy. So it feels like this connection isn't stable right now. It could have broken down. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us remember that the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. So it feels like right now, I feel like you and your person are both working on your own stability. I do feel like there was a tower moment here in the past. And right now you're both trying to manifest something, focused awareness on yourselves right now is what I'm hearing. And then we have the wish, and the wish is world, 21 is world energy. So I do feel like some kind of tower has fallen, a chapter has been closed to make way for a new chapter, a new beginning. The rainbow makes me think of divine intervention, the tower, divine intervention. So it feels like this tower moment was divinely guided, or there was divine intervention to cause this tower moment. And the rainbow also talks about miracles. And what's really interesting to me is this is a heart-shaped cake, and somebody's lighting these candles, and there's 6 candles here. So 6 candles is like the 6 of wands. So success, triumph, victory, feeling loved, feeling seen. Someone, divine intervention, spirit, is lighting these candles. 2 candles are lit right now, 2 of wands energy. So I feel like there's a crossroads here. I feel like someone's preparing to leave their comfort zone, or someone is leaving their comfort zone. Maybe it's uncomfortable for you to sit in patience and waiting and belief. But that 3rd candle is about to be lit. And all of your cards talk about how something is just around the corner. Something is about to happen. And the fact that this candle's being lit, the 3 of wands, that's when there's progress. That's when there's movement. That's when there's growth, forward movement. Your ships come in. So I feel like the universe is about to light this 3rd candle. So that's what we have there. And now I'll talk about the energies on each side. So your energy, the kiss. So clearly you have love for this person. Clearly you feel a connection with this person. You could be really missing them right now. You could also be anticipating what it's going to feel like to be with them again with the kiss, because the kiss does talk about thinking about kissing them. How will it feel? What will they taste like? What will the kiss be like? But the kiss also talks about what happens after you come into union with yourself. The kiss card specifically talks about something is about to happen. Something you've been manifesting is about to happen here. So let me just find the kiss card. And again, I keep hearing, it started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It talks about letting in what moments ago was separate. So I do feel like right now this connection is in separation, but a wish is about to be granted here by the universe. So focus your intention on that. Try not to be restless. Like I said, sometimes right before our manifestations come in, that's when we feel the most restless and hopeless. And it does talk about union with self. And it says that something is just around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. So I do feel like this person could have awakened you. You could also be experiencing a lot of cold chills right now. They could just come over you because intimacy is just around the corner. This kiss is just around the corner is what I'm hearing. Now, the golden aureole, or however you pronounce that, does talk about patience, light, warmth, guidance, sign of good things to come, patience. So there are good things coming. All 4 of these cards and this wish card are talking about how there is something coming. Your manifestations are coming. You just need to believe in them and try not to give in to that restlessness and that impatience, and to just focus on being in union with yourself. I feel like a wish is about to be granted here. Again, that 3rd candle is about to be lit, and the 3 of Wands does represent growth, leaving that comfort zone, starting to create a stable foundation, which I like that it's right underneath the tower card, 16. So Pink Bubble Fairy. I actually really like this card. My dogs are going crazy right now. Pink Bubble Fairy. Some fairies grant wishes, and the Pink Bubble Fairy wants to help bring all your dreams to life. Inspired by the Pink Bubble Manifestation Meditation, this fairy helps carry your wishes in soft pink bubbles to the place in which they can be heard and fulfilled. Hard work is important in accomplishing your desires, but also you have such power within your dreams. The details of how your goals manifest might be somewhat unpredictable, but that is part of releasing your dreams into the hands of the Pink Bubble Fairy. You know your intentions, focus on them deeply, and have trust that in the gentle pink light they are being heard. So you're really being called, or you are trusting in your manifestations right now, that change will come. There's a dragonfly on there, so change will come. You could also be going through a bit of Phoenix energy, because all of a sudden I'm feeling Phoenix energy. So you could be, one thing I want to talk about with Phoenix energy is you could have been burned by this person many, 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 many times before you stood in your masculine energy, before you saw your worth, before you pulled back. Because where I'm feeling that Phoenix energy, your person's energy is definitely giving me the energy where they could have burned you multiple times. And maybe you tried to hold that tower up. Maybe you tried to delay that tower from falling. But I feel like they burned you many times, and eventually you needed to stand in your power. Like I said, with 34, I'm getting Empress and Emperor energy. So knowing your worth, standing in your power, tending to your own garden. I do not chase, I attract. And, you know, the need to trust in your manifestations right now is very important, because it helps them come into fruition. And this one also talks about focused awareness and intention. So really focus on your own awareness and intentions right now. Focus on your manifestations, and the intentions you have for the future of this connection. Try not to give into that restlessness is what I'm hearing. I just want to look at that wagtail one more time before I move on. It says balance is advised. Balance is advised, and it's coming right underneath that 34 when I was talking about temperance and balancing feminine and masculine energies. So focus on your balance right now. Focus on putting down roots for yourself with the wagtail. So, your person's energy. I do feel you could be dealing with a Cancer. For your person's energy, I do feel like this person could have been quite defensive in the past. And maybe, like I said, maybe they burned you multiple times, or maybe they pinched you multiple times. Right now with cosmic exploration, your person, I don't want to say they left. I almost wanted to say they've left the planet. They haven't left the planet, but they're awakening. With cosmic exploration, they're going through an awakening. And they are going through, I'm hearing an awakening about themselves, maybe an emotional awakening. And I feel like there's a lot of things that they're realizing about themselves right now. I'm also hearing the mask is slipping, or the mask has fallen. So whatever mask they were wearing, and as soon as I started channeling your person's energy, my heart started pounding. So this could be, a very overwhelming energy that they're moving through right now, where they're truly facing themselves with the mask. Like I said, the mask is falling, and now they're looking at their shadows. They're truly, whoever they've been up until this point is no longer serving them. It's no longer serving this connection. And they're seeing through their own mask. They're seeing the things that they've been trying to hide, especially their shadows. They're really awakening to their own shadows. And both of these cards talk about defensiveness and aggressiveness. So you could have been dealing with someone who was quite defensive and aggressive. Like I said, with this defend, with the pincher, this person could have been quite defensive and protecting their mask and shadows. The cardinal does talk about aggression. Where's that little bird book? Again, the cardinal could be a sign for you. It talks about new beginnings, determination, energy, and aggressiveness. So it feels like your person's on a bit of a new beginning here, an awakening journey. I do feel like they're finally waking up to their own defensive and aggressive behaviors here. And they're feeling very determined. They're feeling very determined to look at these shadows and to awaken. And that's exactly what I meant about this third candle being lit. I feel like for a while, Two of Wands, this person may have been afraid to leave their comfort zone and look at their own shadows and create a more stable foundation within their own energy. And now your wish for them to do so is being granted in this present time. So they are having a new beginning here. And like I said, I find it interesting how that cardinal, even though their body language is focused the other way, they're thinking about you. Hiding, the crab. So they could be in hiding right now. So they could have had some sort of hard exterior that they used to protect themselves, like a mask. I'm just reading the crab here. And the crab speaks to us when we must face the world. This person could have difficulty in social situations. This is on page 43, so I feel like there's some mirroring here, 34, 43. And it reminds us that it's okay to wear our armor and that protecting ourselves can be prudent, but that generosity and openness are also wonderful traits and should be balanced. The crab reminds us not to hide from the world or become excessively isolated. Sometimes we have to be guarded in order to protect our spiritual or emotional selves. However, that guardedness or that mask can keep us from making important connections and forming bonds. The crab reminds us about fighting for things we believe in and opening ourselves up. Let down your guard and come out of your shell. Drop that mask. Seriously. And I just want to look at the mask before moving on. And the mask is right after the kiss, which I find that interesting. LX1. Like, I've had this deck for years, and it comes right after the kiss, and that just happened to me in one of my pick-a-card piles. Reveals what has been suppressed. So whatever they've been suppressing is now being revealed. The shadows that they've been suppressing, they're now seeing about themselves. They're exploring those shadows. They're exploring the parts of themselves they've been rejecting and that they've been rejecting healing. You are taking part in the ritual of expanding the self. And there could have been mischief and deception. So like I said, this person could have worn a mask. They could have been very defensive, very aggressive, very unawakened, and could have burned you many times. And I feel like maybe you kept getting burned until you had to stand in your masculine energy and know your worth. Face forward into this perception bending time. Trust it. So their perception is shifting right now. So that is the energy check. So now we are going to get some tarot. I didn't have a tarot deck chosen for you. I guess I'll use this one. So we're going to see how this person is currently feeling about you. We have the High Priestess, so you could be very quiet with them right now. How is this holding back? Four of Pentacles. Clearly they're still holding on to you as well, but they're quite guarded. How is this person? They could also be feeling like you're holding back from them. You're being guarded with the Four of Pentacles, not giving to this connection. Four of Pentacles, High Priestess, like that's very much holding back. We have Death, Transformation. So it feels like there could have been an ending here with the Death card. I was also seeing that with that Conception card, the Tower. We have the Ace of Cups. I did mention an emotional awakening on their side. Ace of Cups does show love. So for example, you could have always made the wish, like one of your wishes or manifestations could have been, please let this person's mask come down. Please let them look at their shadows. Please let them come out of their shell. Please let them awaken. Anyway, so after the Cup, we have the King of Cups. So this is clearly someone who loves you. Highest form of love, the King of Cups. This could have been someone who, the shadow attributes of the King of Cups can be someone who's emotionally manipulative or reacts from an emotionally triggered place. Three of Wands, no way. I love that. I love that. The Three of Wands. All right, that's good. So it does feel like your person wants to create a stable foundation with you, come towards you. Whoa. With the Three of Wands, now we have the Empress. So they're definitely feeling like you're not chasing them, you're attracting them. Protecting your heart space, perhaps, with the Seven of Wands and the Empress. You're not taking action towards them. This person could feel like you're very emotionally intelligent as well. And right now you're using your head and heart in love. So like your heart may say yes to this person, but your head is saying, nope, not right now. Not right now. All right, so let's see how this person is feeling about you. How is this person feeling about you? Why do you got to go on the 4? Well, we have the Hierophant. So it does feel like this person is feeling soul, like a soul energy with you. You could be some sort of mentor as well with the Hierophant. You could help others. You could be very spiritual. We have the Chariot. So right now your person is feeling like they need to take action towards you with the Chariot. They could feel like you are moving on without them. I'm hearing though that this person feels like they need to take the lead and come towards you with the Chariot. That is about two opposing forces coming together as one. And we do see a masculine taking control of that Chariot. So for how they feel about you, they could feel like you're very focused on your forward movement, on coming into alignment with yourself. Maybe, you know, they are feeling like you had to move on without them. They could see you as someone who's more focused on your spirituality right now. They could also be feeling like you're someone who wanted a more traditional connection. So you wanted like marriage, you wanted stability, you wanted commitment. Cancer. How is this person feeling about you? We have the Emperor. So this person is feeling, like I said, like they need to step up and take action towards you, but they also feel like you're standing in your masculine strength right now. You know your worth. You know what you deserve. With the Emperor, you could be focused on your empire right now or your stability, your business. We have the Six of Cups, so clearly this person is feeling nostalgic about you, missing you. I feel like this person feels like if they... My dogs are going nuts right now. I have some cable person in my house right now. I just heard people. Ew. I'm hiding in my room. But it feels like this person is feeling like if they want a reconnection with you, that they're going to have to take charge here. Again, for how they feel about you, I do feel like they feel a soul connection with you with the Six of Cups. They're missing you, but they feel like you're standing in your strength right now. That's Cancer, Aries. All right, I'm just going to get 5 for how they're feeling about you. How are they currently feeling about you? We have the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. So right now, you know, they are feeling like you're a wish come true to them. You're their wish fulfillment. When it goes to what you're doing with your energy, it definitely feels like this person feels like you're focused on your own happiness right now. 3 of Wands. So they are feeling like they want to create a solid foundation with you. I keep hearing that this person could feel like you're moving on without them, which I don't think you are. I think that you still think about this person. I think that you are still manifesting them, but their mindset could be that you're moving on without them. Let's get 2 more for how they're feeling about you. 2 more for how they're feeling about you. We have strength. So standing in your power, right? Standing in your confidence, but they feel a very strong bond with you. And you could have really triggered this person's ego. You could have triggered that mask into falling. And we have the Hierophant. So we have 4 out of 5 major arcanas. So clearly this person feels like you're a big deal. I like the imagery here. Clearly they feel a strong connection with you. Like I said, you could have, I'm hearing, tamed their inner beast. You could have seen through that mask. Interesting. They definitely feel a higher level of commitment with you here with the Hierophant. And you know, maybe they're working up the courage to ask for you to help them with the Hierophant. Like maybe they see you as someone who could help them. You could be a mentor of some sorts. I just feel like you saw through this person and you could have triggered their ego. You could have seen like the most shadowy parts of them with this mask. That's really interesting imagery to me. I'm going to get one more. How is this person feeling about you? We have the Hanged Man and the Sun. Oh my gosh, all these major arcanas. So this person is definitely having a new perspective of you for how they're feeling about you. They are feeling like you've kind of surrendered this connection until they heal with the Sun. Clearly you illuminated something about them. You've given them a new perspective on themselves and their shadows is what I'm hearing. So let's see. I just want to look at my book here. They're seeing you as their happiness with that Sun card. And again, I feel like you've illuminated a new perspective. So waiting, uncertainty, perspectives, contemplation. I need to learn some lessons. So they feel like you illuminated some lessons they needed to learn. And love can't be rushed. So right now they feel like they need to wait until they heal, until they learn these lessons before they come towards you. But remember your energy, something is around the corner here. Something is about to happen. So don't give up on that manifestation. That's 6 out of 7 major arcanas for you. That's some big energy. Oh, look at the little crab there. Pisces, Cancer. Anyway, you've given them a new perspective on their shell, on their own defensiveness, on their emotional armor. The crab. And I feel like they could have pulled away from you they could have retreated into their shell. You could have retreated from their defensiveness. So let's look at their intentions towards you. We have Temperance. Another major arcana. So this person's intentions are to find balance, find harmony, avoid romantic pressure, to be patient. Their intentions are not to rush this. Their intentions are to find balance. Oh my gosh, there's another major arcana on the bottom. This is huge. You've changed this person. Big changes. These aren't just day-to-day changes. These are life-changing energies. You've changed their life. So their intentions are to find balance before coming towards you. Their intentions could be to also re-examine their priorities that they've chosen before coming towards you. Their intentions are to restore harmony and balance within this connection. That's Sagittarius energy. We have Pisces, we have Leo, we have Taurus, we have Cancer, we have Aries. We have Wheel of Fortune, which is all the fixed signs, which is Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, I believe. Did I get it right? So their intentions are to make important changes and adjustments before reaching out to you. And the Wheel of Fortune also talks about decisive moments. Let's get one more for intentions. So we have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So their intentions are to get help, recovery, healing. And then it could even be asking you for help once they recover, once they face some of those shadows. I feel like until they face those shadows and heal, this person is going to keep holding back from you. But when they do come forward, it could be to ask you for help, because that's what I was hearing with the Hierophant, is that they could feel like you could help them in some way, especially if you're more spiritual than they are, because it looks like they're just starting to spiritually awaken. They could want your advice. The 9 of Swords does talk about alleviating stress by sharing, recovery, facing life, finding help. And the Crab card does talk about facing things head on instead of wearing that armor, instead of retreating and hiding. So it does, getting help from partner. Yes, that's why I was hearing it. So their intentions are to get help from you. Once they've recovered enough and healed enough, they're hoping that you can also help them. The Nine of Swords also talks about how their imagination is still wreaking havoc when it comes to this connection. So they could be imagining that you don't think about them. They could be imagining that you've moved on. They could be imagining that if they come towards you, you're going to give them the boot. The Nine of Swords brings a message of hope, offering faith in a brighter future and promising days ahead. And your energy was talking about how better days are ahead. Anyway, their intentions are to get help from you once they find a certain level of balance, once they're ready to let down that emotional armor. Again, you could be, if they're seeing you as the King of Cups, for example, and you are very emotionally intelligent, they could be wanting your help with that. If you're someone who can balance your head and your heart, they could be wanting help with that aspect. They see you as someone very caring and compassionate, so it makes sense why they would want your help. So let's see what action. I keep banging the deck, which is about removing negative energy. So your person could have had a lot of shadowy, like negative, low vibrational energy. Let's see what action they're going to take towards you. Stop it. What action are they going to take towards you? I do it without thinking. The slamming of the deck. We have the Six of Cups. Yeah. So you will be hearing from this person. Six of Cups, that is hearing from a past person. It is about reconnection, wanting to learn from the past, I'm hearing. All of a sudden, as I'm talking about actions, my heart started pounding. So I do feel like this person is worried about reaching out to you, but they will be reaching out. Six of Cups. They could even want, like I said, your help healing. Three of Cups on the bottom. So you have two cards about reconnection here, reunion energy. Four of Wands. Wow. All right, coming home for actions. Let's just confirm their actions. Six of Cups. What action is this person going to take? Oh my gosh, we have the Lovers. Oh my gosh. 6-6. And the Lovers does talk about making a choice. So I feel like this person is going to make the choice to come towards you. It can talk about, the Lovers card can also talk about union energy. We've got the Queen of Cups on the bottom. So Queen of Cups for actions. It does feel like this person wants to deepen this connection. They want to fight for this connection, and the Crab talked about fighting for what they truly wanted here. So I don't know if I ever look at the Lovers. Love, unions, partnership, relationships, choices, romance, balance, unity. Balanced, loving, supportive relationship, choices about love. You must start making up your mind about what you find important and unimportant in your life. So again, this person's actions are, I don't even know why I was looking at the Lovers. I was trying to look up the Queen of Cups. So this person's actions are to make a decisive choice to come towards you. Remember the Wheel of Fortune? And to deepen this connection, Queen of Cups. And they could, listen, they could want your support. Queen of Cups, they could be looking for your support or counsel. And the Queen of Cups is about this person trusting their intuition. So I feel like their intuition tells them to reach out to you when it's the right time. And I feel like that's what you're manifesting. So what is your advice? What is your advice right now? What should you focus on? What should you focus on? We have the King of Pentacles. So focus on your stability, focus on your pentacle world, focus on your business, focus on, let me just look. King of Pentacles, focus on your own abundance, prosperity, security. There could, right now your first priority is stability. So right now, your first priority is your own stability, which will help your stability in the future. Your patience, honesty, kindness, and loyalty will be rewarded. So that's what you're being called to focus on right now. Your own stability is your first priority. Let's get one more advice for you. What can you focus on? We have the Empress. Focus on your, listen, masculine and feminine energy, focusing on your stability and your security and your Empress energy. So focus on being that Empress. Focus on nurturing yourself. Tend to your inner garden. I do not chase, I attract. The Wheel of Fortune. So focus on the changes you need to make. Focus on your own wheel right now. And what is your advice about this person? What advice do you need about this person? We have the Queen of Cups. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition when it comes to the Queen of Cups and your wishes and your manifestations. Don't give up hope. Your advice when it comes to this person, I do feel like they're going to want your advice and your help. So when it comes to your person, remain optimistic. Believe in your pink bubbles. Remain patient. Don't give in to the restlessness. Better times are around the corner. I do feel like your person is healing. We have that cosmic exploration, which has stars in it. So I do feel like they're healing some of those things. They could even be getting counseling with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups talks about a healer and a counselor. So they could even be seeking healing through a counselor or an advisor. And again, your advice when it comes to this person is to trust your intuition, to keep hope, stay positive. All right. So now we're going to get messages from your person. Ever since I started talking about action, my heart's been pounding. So I feel like when your person thinks about taking action towards you, their little heart goes ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Like they get afraid. You know how it feels? I don't know if anybody here was ever in trouble as a child, but you know how it feels when you're like in trouble, or maybe if you have childhood wounding, when you triggered a unpredictable parent figure, or maybe when you were in school and you did something wrong and you got called to the principal's office. That's what I'm feeling right now, like pounding heart. Messages from your person. Messages from your person. All right, let's cut the deck. Do you even see me that way? So your person is clearly feeling insecure. Love is the answer. Send them love and light. So channeled messages from your person. Why am I not surprised that came out? I'm too afraid to talk to you. As soon as I mentioned action, like I said, my heart just started pounding. So clearly this person is feeling afraid to approach you right now, perhaps because they burned you. What do you want? So they're wondering what you want. They're wondering how you're feeling. Have I lost everything? Nine of Swords. Have they burned you too many times? I want to start a family with you. Yes. August 4th, August 9th, August 10th, April 8th, I should wait until I get all the cards. April 8th, April 9th, April 10th, September 4th, September 8th, September 10th, October 9th, October 4th, October 8th could be important dates. I can't even look at you right now. Fear, the crab, retreat, retreat, retreat. My life started when I just spit on the table. My life started when I met you. Oh, let's just get a few more. So add the dates, August 5th, August 2nd, April 5th, April 2nd, September 5th, September 2nd, October 5th, October 7th. No, well, October 7th. I said it by accident. October 2nd, February 5th, 10th, 9th, 4th, 8th, May 2nd, 10th, 9th, 4th, 8th. Oh, listen to your heart. That was your advice about this connection. Listen to your heart. Queen of Cups. Let me have you. Strength, ego. Remember how long I stared at that strength card and I said, I feel like you triggered this person's ego. And we have, I feel the same way. And on the bottom, we have your family won't like me. So I feel like this person is worried that however they treated you, your family won't approve of them. And I need time for me. All right, my friends. So I'm going to leave it there. I am sending you lots of love and light, and I will post that pick a card once it's done and uploaded, which takes forever. But for now, sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.